What is going on? Good morning, all you profitable stylists and all you future profitable stylists. We've got Brennan with us this week. Brennan is the man. I've just realized each time you're on with us and Bernard's not around, you and I get stuck with the most heavy topics.
Yes.
Yes, today is going to be a banger of a heavy topic, okay? We are talking about botanical treatments versus medical or botanical options versus medical options. What's the best form of treatments for your scalp?
Scalp health,
So,
exactly.
So Dr. Brennan, how
Yes.
are you?
First off, but neither of us are doctors. So we know that stuff works. We don't know how it necessarily works, but our goal is to not burn you, give you beautiful hair, soothe what we might damage with different chemicals, because we all know that bleach is harsh. I bleach the heck out of my hair. I get chemical burns on my scalp, and I know it works for me. And so, yeah, we're not doctors, but we know our stuff. We are hairstylists, and we do continued education every year. I think in your state it's actually required. Is that true?
It's required.
Yeah,
and we do a lot of education.
We don't need any in Louisiana, but we're the profitable stylist, so we do. We love the continued education. But so where did you want to jump in at?
Well, we're going to get right into it. And up front, like you said, we are not doctors. I am going to mispronounce everything because I can barely speak English regularly as it is. Bernard's always got to correct me on stuff. So we're just going to go right into it. We're going to not take any particular category in any particular order, but we're going to go right into color services. And we're not necessarily for or against either one. We're just going to throw it out there and we're just going to discuss it. So I've been reading on this, and I can't pronounce this word, but Centilla acetica serum, which is some form of a botanical, if you start using it 2 weeks before your hair color service, it's supposed to reduce 45% inflammation or irritation.
So do you know how that product is used? Is it a topical? Is it oral?
No, it's a topical. It's a topical serum. You're supposed to massage it to your scalp, leave it on, and then some people leave it on
before your chemical service.
Yeah, 2 weeks before.
Interesting.
So some people rinse it out, some people leave it on and just brush it into their scalp, right?
Right.
And that cumulative buildup over the first 2 weeks approaching your color service, it's supposed to calm your scalp down and not create any kind of irritation.
Without affecting the color application as well.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, right?
That's the problem.
That's where my mind went. Is it going to form some sort of seal on the cuticle to where that color can't penetrate? Because when I think of oily scalps, I think of, oh, my color's not gonna penetrate as well. Let me clarify this person's hair. So
the like the chemical side of that conversation, the ketoconazole shampoos, those are like 48 hours before you get your hair colored, right? That's the equivalent to the botanical.
Right.
That's the medical grade one. And I know that we definitely have to clarify because it does sometimes put like, okay, fine, it's focusing on the scalp, but it's rinsing off into the hair.
Yeah, it's going to get in the hair.
So we do have to clarify shampoo just to make sure not only that we're removing any of the buildups, but it's really more to restore the pH. Because a lot of this stuff is trying to make your scalp acidic, like shut down your pores, right? It's shutting down your cuticle on your hair shaft equally just as well. Problem is, when we're doing hair color, we need to raise the pH of your hair. We need to force, we need to either chelate and pre-soften your hair shaft, or we need to kind of blast it open depending on what type of color services we're doing,
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So I have not used the and what did you call it? I know you didn't pronounce it necessarily properly, but you said it's a shampoo that you use.
Oh, the ketoconazole shampoo.
Ketoconazole. So you use that for about 2 days before you get your color
About
service.
2 days, yeah, a day or
And
two
this is
before,
for our
yeah.
men and ladies with sensitive scalps that because I just said on here a few minutes ago that I burn the crap out of my head every time I bleach my hair because I wear my hair short. I'm not worried about the damage on the hair because I can just cut it off. But I want it blonde and I'm not sitting down for an hour. So I want to blast 30 volume on my hair and let it go. And I do destroy my scalp every time I do it. And I've tried like the tea tree that they say is supposed to soothe. I've tried aloe that's supposed to soothe the scalp. But this is all after the service has happened.
After
So
the service, yeah.
right. So I'm curious if I were to use something like that before, if it will help my scalp. And that's something I'll definitely be using or experimenting with in the future.
It's such a hairdresser thing you're saying because you could just simply use the on scalp lightener instead of a bleach.
I would never do that to my clients, but on myself. You know?
That's the other thing, right? We are stylists, and we are going to be saying all kinds of crazy stuff today that we would never do on a client. But yeah, we're going to be doing it to ourselves all day, every day.
Yeah, well, I like that. We're our own lab rats. You know, we I don't like I just now said. I'll shave my head if I burn my hair off doing something stupid. It's not going to be the end of the world.
So the comment is, this is despite the advice his hairstylist who colors his hair. Wait, this is despite the advice
is that
of
memory?
his hairstylist who colors his hair.
Yeah,
that's memory.
That's my color, girl.
Yeah.
But no. So what I've found is I've tried.
You're like, shut up, nerd. Use the bleach. I want to be blonde.
Yeah, so I've tried the different things, the natural things to soothe my scalp after, but I've really found the only thing that works well for me is Selsum Blue, which is selenium sulfide, which is the medical side, is not the natural side. And
oh, okay.
So yeah, so it's a medicated shampoo, Selsum Blue. You see it in every supermarket, and it feels a lot like tea tree when it's on your head. It's got that cooling sensation and it feels amazing. I leave it on there for my whole shower basically and then rinse it out at the very end. And that really soothes my scalp, makes my scalp feel great after it's been through heck and back with bleach.
So my wife, and I make fun of her a lot because she's Sicilian and everything with her is cortisone. Put cortisone cream.
Hills everything, huh?
It's like the Greeks with Windex. It's just their Swiss Army knife for everything, right? So hers is like cortisone cream for everything. So you could rub that on your scalp, I imagine, and it'd probably calm it down or soothe it down because
good to know. And super greasy.
Like I said, she says that for everything, and I just crack up all the time, right? There is antihistamines that you could take on the medical side afterwards that'll calm things down.
Yeah, that's true. Like Benadryl, even something as simple as Benadryl if you're having a reaction.
Yeah,
calamine lotion, which I don't know if calamine is that more botanical or is that medical? I think
it's a good question. I'm not, maybe I'm going to put it 50-50. It's probably botanical, but I'm going to put it in the middle because everybody says it. Like my nurse clients tell me about it. And then
I mean, it's a zinc carbonate mineral. So, but it is sold in pharmacies. So, right. I guess it is kind of a in the middle type thing, right?
I guess it depends on the dosage and the concentration more than anything else, right?
Right, because if you could get that dosage naturally, it would be natural. If you would have to go through a lab and synthesize and really iron out the compounds, then it would be medical. So yeah.
And that's really what it comes down to more than anything else. Today's conversation is how fast do you want that concentration to deliver, and what is your personal comfort level? Are you going to want to be, taking things slow and steady, or do you want instant relief, right? Something that we used to do a lot back in the day was we put saccharin in our color formulas, especially in our lighteners. So we'd use a crap ton of Sweet and Low. We would use 7-Up. Like I would have to buy cans of 7-Up and rinse the client's head at the shampoo bowl with 7-Up.
Stories. That's so funny.
It's hilarious. We'd use vinegar. We do vinegar rinses afterwards too. Polysorbate 80, zinc and ferric oxide. I don't know. It's like these are all the different comments that we're getting. Keep throwing us comments. Keep throwing us ingredients.
Yeah, give us talking points.
Yeah, the white vinegar all day, man. I smelled like vinegar at least for 2-3 years after I stopped using it.
That's how potent that was. Smell good after the client can't be leaving with good smelling hair.
Dude, back in the day, Brandon, the salon smelled a mix of hairspray, perm, and vinegar. Like those were your 3 smells.
And now we care so much about what the products smell like. They're putting so much perfumes and fragrances in these products now. I love it.
Nowadays. Yeah,
I know.
It smells like a flower shop when you walk into a shop nowadays. It'd be like walking into an old bar. You'd smell of alcohol and cigarettes,
Yeah.
Like you just knew the smell.
Well, so let's move on from chemical damage and itchiness, and let's move on to like just general scalp health. Like with what you had what was the next service you had in your?
So with scalp health in general, so everybody's always talking about the number one thing, shedding and thinning, and they're balding and they're freaking out, right? I think one of the most popular things that get argued the most is like rosemary and tea trees, the saw pomelo versus minoxidil.
Yeah,
like hair regrowth stuff.
Exactly. So I mean, from my research, I got rosemary, horsetail, hibiscus, ginseng, burdock root are all these wonder supplements that can just make hair. Basically, what they all do is they bring blood flow to the follicle, stimulate the follicle, and I think minoxidil does that in a much more systematic way that has been proven to work by the FDA. I believe I could be wrong. I believe minoxidil and finasteride, as long as dutasteride, are the only 3 FDA approved drugs for hair growth.
And you will see results within the first
couple months,
basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1 month to 3 months.
So I have a client that he's a man with longer, thinner hair, and I believe he uses the length to hide the thinness. And he started on minoxidil foam, just topical minoxidil right in his corners. And it's amazing a year or 2 later how much it's actually made a difference. Because I put hair on people's heads and I'm like, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Let me put a system on you. And it's crazy that with a younger guy with enough hair, you will see a huge difference using minoxidil. Now, minoxidil will lower your blood pressure. So if you have low blood pressure already, that might be one to stay away from. Whereas people with high blood pressure, it might be just another beneficial thing to have. Now, the other one, finasteride, which is the other big one. People don't want to take finasteride because it messes up with our hormones like crazy. A lot of guys will get insane anxiety from finasteride. They'll get just incompetent from finasteride. So there's a lot of stuff like that. But
incompetent a lot of or
impotent.
I don't know. Turned stupid from taking it.
English the best. RJ's comment. Yeah, but so honestly though, a lot of guys don't like taking finasteride because it gives them man problems.
Right, right.
And then a lot of guys don't experience those side effects whatsoever. And there's no way of knowing unless you do it. And then a lot of people don't ever want to try it. They don't even want to go down that route. They just say, you know what? I've heard horror stories. Let's just not even mess with that. And but it works. It does work if you can deal with the side effects. I've seen it.
There's the side effects on that. The other thing is the degenerative return. A lot of people are always concerned of, am I going to be stuck on this thing forever?
Yeah.
Or, if I get off of it, am I going to lose everything I just gained? So it's really, really rough because you can't stop time. We're going to continually get older. We are going to age. So if you are not perfectly, first of all, if you're genetically predispositioned to go bald, and if that's even the right way how to say that, you got a lot of factors going against you. If you didn't pull the good lottery ticket on the gene pool, you're up creek without the paddle, right? So it's going to be rough. With that said, you could do the perfect balance of diet, exercise, meditation, mental de-stress, and all of that to get all that zen and chi in line and in order and everything. Right. Like, it would slow it down. It might prevent it a little bit, but it's an eventuality that's going to come.
For sure.
And unfortunately, the majority of the people don't have the discipline to do that kind of routine all day, every day for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
Right? That commitment is a heavy commitment. So the medical and the botanicals are a viable option. They're a total viable option.
Well, and so going back to with the hair growth, so hibiscus and ginseng. These are two things that are shown to affect hair thinness. So hibiscus is packed with vitamins and antioxidants to improve overall scalp health, whereas ginseng helps hair follicles reproducing and be effective in treating baldness. I'm not sure how they work. This is just from my research and from friends in the field have shown good luck with this, good results with this. But these are two things that you can also drink in teas and stuff like that. So you drink an herbal tea with hibiscus and ginseng in it, and you're applying the oils to your scalp, it's going to work systematically and it's going to work topically. So that's another thing with the minoxidil. There's new studies showing that oral minoxidil, taking it as a pill instead of putting on the top, works so much better. But the problem is you grow hair everywhere. You don't just grow hair on the top of your head when you take it orally. And you have to get a doctor to prescribe it. You can't walk into the drugstore and get a pill for minoxidil. Whereas you can go buy Rogaine is the common brand name, but you can buy whatever generic brand of minoxidil, 5 or 3.5%. And yes, you do have to do it every day for the rest of your life.
So
if you want hair.
In that same category, there is now a new middle ground. So whereas a botanical like the hibiscus or the rosemary might take 3 months, 6 months, a year for it to finally build up, enough to start producing results, and minoxidil is so quick, there is this new middle ground now. There are companies coming out with regrowth products, thickening products, gray reversing shampoo, conditioner.
Yeah, the whole trichology.
The whole trichology aspect angle of it all. And it's in this middle category now between botanical and medical.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, they refer to it as nutraceutical. And it's basically taking botanical ingredients, cold pressing them down to retain the efficiency of those ingredients, but infusing them with science in different
Applying the
saturation.
scientific method to
Yeah.
these natural. That's
And then
very
you
interesting.
topically massage it onto your scalp. You leave it on for like 5-10 minutes. You wash it off. You do it every other day. Brands like there's different brands out there that do stuff like that.
Yeah,
So it's a nice middle ground.
there's these the big buzzword in trichology right now is growth factors. These growth factors, which can be a million different things that they claim they all grow hair back. And so there's it's so crazy to me how intense or how unintense you can go with it. You can rub them right on your scalp, or you can get like one of the dermaplane rollers with the tiny needles and then rub that in your scalp. Or you can go to a doctor or a trichologist and get it actually injected into your scalp. So even on the middle ground thing, you can go more holistic with just applying it topically to what feels very medical with getting injections into your scalp. And I don't believe that they're going to cause any different side effects from the different ways of going in, because it's all going to be absorbed through your pores regardless.
It's going to be. It's just a matter of how much and how fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a matter of quickness.
So that's what it comes down to. So then, all right. So we've got the scalp covered. We've got the thinning covered. We got color services covered. Now talking about products, styling products, and buildup of how styling products help the hair from heat protection, from scalp protection, or the scalp, enhance the scalp, UV protection, styling, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's two different trends right now that I'm following. One trend, which in my opinion, I don't agree with, is do not put anything in your hair. No product whatsoever.
No product, huh? We're back on that again?
Product.
That's circled back around?
That's circled back around. It's it's stupid to me. I don't agree with it. It's my opinion. The other side of it, though, has gone like extreme to try to balance it out. And we're back to layering 5 to 7 products, and I'm like, all right, maybe we used to do that back in the day because we didn't have technology. So
right.
we had no choice but to layer up that many things. Maybe we don't need to do that extreme. Maybe you only need 2 or 3, maybe. I don't know, but where do you stand on how many products or no products?
I 1 or 2 products usually. I'm usually, and that's not including a finishing spray. So I guess we'll say 3 if we're including some sort of finishing spray. But I usually do some sort of light hold, serum, foam, whatever it may be. And everything has heat protectant in it nowadays. There's no reason for me to add an extra heat protectant. I mean, unless the bottle doesn't specifically say it, but pretty much every product, if you read the back, it's got a UV protectant in it. So usually I just want something with light hold and maybe a UV protector if they don't have one in there. And if we are dealing with some chemically treated clients, maybe some pH balancers, some bonding agents. And when I say some, I mean a for that specific client. So yeah, I would say three max. And so I would say maybe something for hold, a UV protector, a finishing spray.
Here's the problem. So you got shampoo.
Oh, we're starting from
conditioner.
We're not starting from styling. We're starting from
a shampoo, conditioner, a leave-in. Then you've got a styling product like a mousse or a foam or something else for hold. And then you've got your finisher. So you've got 5 different things right there.
5 different things right there.
And then if you cocktail something, now you're up to 6, almost 7.
Yeah. I'm not big on cocktailing products though. I think if you choose the right product for your client, you don't need to mix 30 different products. It's crazy. I see these these baby stylists at the salon walking to their station holding a big thing and setting it down. I'm like, okay.
Welcome to the buffet of all the products we're about to put on your hair.
Right. And and you need to buy all of these, by the way,
All of them.
to make your hair look like
sizes too. You're gonna need a lot.
Yes. But no, so where are you in? Where do you what field do you fit in? Less is more, or
No, I just hit the 5. You know, shampoo, conditioner, a leave-in.
Yeah.
And the leave-in, okay, so shampoo and conditioner is very targeted for me. I don't care. Like a lot of people like to keep the system, meaning if you use a Color Protect shampoo, you should use the corresponding Color Protect conditioner, right?
Right.
I'm not in that camp at all.
Okay.
So to me, shampoo is what your scalp needs. Conditioner is what your hair needs.
Cool.
So if you're whatever
that.
the condition of your scalp is, that's the shampoo you should be using. So it should be hydrate. It should be a regrowth, a thickening, whatever your scalp problems are. That's the shampoo you need to be using, right? And then I don't care what shampoo you just bought. The hair, the length of your hair, that's the conditioner. Whatever that needs is going to be. Sometimes they'll line up, sometimes they'll be different, and I'm okay with that.
That's super interesting because you're right.
Yeah,
That's a different take than I feel like most stylists would have.
Most clients get confused when I start explaining that to them that way as well too. But does it not make sense?
It does. It makes total sense. They just want the 2 matching pretty bottles in their shower, though.
And I get it. I get it because it's a system.
We'll start pouring out the bottles and switching the bottles for them so it can look nice in their shower.
You know, I'm all for it. So now when it comes to leave-in, you know, everybody, when we say leave-in, it's like the first layer that goes onto your head. And everybody thinks leave-in, they think conditioner, like a leave-in conditioner spritz spray or a detangling spray. To me, a leave-in could be a scalp serum. It could be an elixir oil. It doesn't have to equal leave-in conditioner spray. It could be a protonizer, pH balancer. It could be a strengthener. I don't care what it is.
100%, which is where I was going with the pH bonder, or right. That would be the leave-in that I would use in my 5. So because I agree with you on the 5. I agree with you on the 5.
And I think you need that base layer. It's like a primer. I think you need that all the time. I think too many people skip, or too many people get stuck on leave-in detangler or leave-in conditioner sprays, and they just think, oh, I use a leave-in and I'm not seeing any different. It's like, you're not maximizing for your type of situation, your scalp and your hair, the right system. You know, that's the whole thing. And then from there, when it goes into actual styling, I'm kind of all over the place because you got to go with what your style is going to be. Yeah. So if you know you're going to be doing some iron work or some round brushing or something, use something with hold. If you're going to toss it and go, then use something with a different kind of hold. You know, I'm all about mousses. I love mousse. I love pomades. I
love me some foam, some mousse. Love it.
Right?
Love it. And there's really strong stuff and there's really light stuff. It's just because it's a mousse. Like I love it when clients say, "Oh, I hate mousse. That stuff makes my hair so crunchy." Maybe you're using the wrong one.
It's too strong.
Yeah, it's too strong. Like what is it? The sculpting foam from Paul Mitchell. It is the lightest hair product ever. I don't know if it has any hold, but I love it because
it puts the hair together.
On some clients, I don't want a crazy amount of hold, especially on male clients. If I'm just going to be blow drying it and then using a finishing spray, and I don't want something as strong as like a pomade, I love a light mousse. So, but yeah, I feel like we've gone away from the topic, and we need
no, because it all comes down to, look, I've had people tell me they put honey in their hair and let that dry in.
Yeah, true. Or like raw eggs
and raw egg and let that dry in. And I'm like, is that really styling? And he's like, well, it tastes good. You know, when you're hungry, you could just kind of suck on your hair. It's kind of wild, right? So yeah, products matter.
True.
Whether you're using a botanical based one or you're using, I guess the point to round it all up is whether you're using a botanical based product or a medical based product or a styling product of any kind. Point is, products help your scalp, your hair, your style. It helps your style last.
Yep.
I'm just so against wash and go and don't do anything. Don't touch it with heat. Don't touch it with product. Just let all the snarls and the mats and the tangles be there, living rent free.
They don't even brush it.
They don't even, not even brush.
Wash and go.
No touching. You get out the shower. I'm surprised they even wet their hair then what's the point of wetting your hair? You know?
That hasn't crossed my TikTok yet. So
come to Chicago. Come downtown with me.
No, we just spoke about it, so it's going to be all over my TikTok now since we just literally mentioned it. But
right.
When I think of natural products, my mind goes to Aveda. They are like the kings and queens of using botanicals.
Because they use botanical based ingredients.
Exactly. So I'm not huge on Aveda's styling products. And it's only because of my lack of experience with them. It's not because I have anything against them. I just haven't used them. But I do have a friend who works at an Aveda salon, and I know the whole everything's based on natural stuff is kind of their ethos there. And they're a very successful company. They run a lot of hair schools, at least in my area. Are they all over the country?
Yeah, they're all over the country. So here's a question to the audience that I have in regards to Aveda specifically. It's just my observation, but it seems to be very split 50-50. You either love it or you don't. And it's the smell. So some people are put off by it. Some people are turned on by it. I've never met anybody that said, oh, Aveda, yeah, it's okay. It's either, yeah, this stuff is great, or, oh, I can't take it. You know, it's too strong. So that's my question out there. Is there anybody out there that is like, meh, whatever, 50-50? Or am I like, is my observation accurate? Is it really split? You either take it or leave it. We're not even talking about that brand. Get out of here.
I've never heard of Herb.
Yeah, they don't pay us to advertise them. They're not sponsoring today's video.
Neither is Aveda.
All right. Now, what about hair extensions? So there's this split on hair extension prep, hair extension aftercare as well too, when it comes to botanicals versus medical grade or style grade. And so I'm going with biotin and collagen when it comes to hair extension. Do you run into that? I got a lot of
biotin, collagen. That is, every client is asking about that.
About it.
Every client. And I said, my dermatologist tends to really like them. Maybe you should talk to yours about it. Because I don't know enough about it to answer it. I'm not going to lie to my clients. I will research it and give them my best, but I'm not a doctor. I'm not. And I do know that is like, lately, because biotin I feel like it's been around for a while, but collagen seems like the new one. That's just, you take collagen, it's good for your skin, your hair, your nails, your joints. Like my chiropractor told me to start taking collagen. And I'm like, that's a completely different field than a dermatologist or a hairstylist. So I'm just like, does collagen just do everything? So it has me skeptical. Because of how much it's blown up.
Here's my ignorance on it. I'm all for putting stuff on me.
Right.
But if I'm going to start eating something or swallowing and drinking something and ingesting things, that's where I start asking questions, right? So biotin is a form of a protein and an amino acid, as is collagen, okay? The difference is biotin is a mass builder. So I hear all these clients are like, yeah, I take 1,200 milligrams. I take 1,500. I take 2,000 milligrams. And it's like, if you're taking that much and you're like, whatever you swallow and it goes into your digestion system, how does it know that you want it to go to your hair or to your nails? It doesn't know that. It just goes everywhere through your body. It's distributed evenly. So if biotin is a mass builder and you're not supplementing it with working out or offsetting it with diet, and then all of a sudden this is all observations I've made.
Yeah.
Clients are gaining weight and they're like, oh my God, I don't know why, I'm just gaining weight. It's like, well, you popping freaking all this supplement all day, every day. Yeah, protein, like the old commercials. Right.
Jim.
That's all I could think about. It's like, no wonder you're getting big. It's like, man. And the collagen. The girls at the salon take collagen. They're like, oh yeah, just put 2 scoops in every time you drink something. And then they're running to the bathroom to pee every 5 minutes. And it's like, I don't think it's doing what you think it's supposed to be doing. I think your body is just processing it and you're peeing it out.
You're peeing it out. And I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either. There's got to be some balance in there somewhere. I don't think an influencer is a doctor either. I don't know if that's the way to go. Now, talk to your doctor about it. If they prescribe it to you because they're doing a very specific, format with you, then that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but what's crazy to me is just when I hear my chiropractor telling me to take it, and then I hear it in the hair world, I'm like, what is this stuff, collagen?
It's a super product or a super ingredient.
Yeah, it just does everything.
It just does everything. My opinion on the medical side of things for hair extensions and for treatments and systems and stuff, I'm going back to all the hair growth type based ingredients and products, the DHT blockers, the thickeners, the strengtheners.
Yep.
That's going to make your hair stronger. It's going to make your hair grow faster. And it's concentrated, it's formulated, it's delivered directly to the scalp where you're attaching these systems to, whether they're the hair extensions or whatever they are.
Let's break that down because you went so quickly. So I heard you mention DHT blockers, which let's kind of explain what that means. So there's a line on your head. It's about here. The hair below here is not DHT resistant for the most part. The hair above here is
backwards.
Yeah, this hair is not DHT resistant. This hair is. That's why you find most people thin on the top. So through trichology and that kind of middle ground, we've made DHT blockers, and DHT blockers have proven to work. They're not FDA approved, so it is kind of that more. That's why it's in that middle ground. It's not necessarily science. It's not necessarily supplements, but it's using science to get these compounds that have shown a lot of success at blocking DHT. That's why they call them DHT blockers. So that's something you would have to get on before you start noticing your hair loss, or right when you start noticing it, because once it's gone, the only thing that's going to get it to come back, from my experience, is things like growth factors, which are usually injectable. They can be topical, but and that's including things like platelet-rich plasma.
PRP stuff, right?
PRP, minoxidil I've seen cause actual hair growth, but stuff like DHT blockers can be great in combination with the other stuff. But if you're already bald or already super thin, it's not going to make you thicker. It's just going to stop the process.
It could. It really depends on the hair shaft, though. It depends how far gone the hair shaft or the follicle is.
The follicle, right? If it is a completely dormant follicle, or if it's fighting, you're right. So that's why
I like those kind of products, because if you're attaching hair extensions, you obviously need hair to attach it to, right?
Yes.
So that's where I go when it comes to that kind of stuff.
But yeah, so I've seen great success with PRP injections. It's really expensive. Most of our clients can't afford it. But I have a lady who wears extensions. And first year or so we're doing her hair, we put the weft so low down because she's so thin. You see it after about a year of her getting these injections. Now I'll say I haven't seen it form into nice long real hair, but it gives her just enough layer of fuzz on her scalp that you're not seeing straight through the scalp anymore. And it's like those fibers, but it's actual hair. It's actual hair. And it just gives the illusion of a full head of hair. So I think PRP injections are amazing. And with the trichology stuff, they're trying to synthesize, it might be the best word, different compounds to do the same thing, which is what we're calling growth factors. And those have been proven to be just as work just as well as the platelets. So it's cool. We're in an awesome science-y boom.
Oh, science is fun, man.
It's crazy and in every field, So yeah. What else did you mention?
Here's where science is making leaps and bounds, and this is where it's kind of changed my mind a little bit over the years. I've kind of switched stances. So when it comes to smoothing your hair, whether it's a relaxer, whether it's a treatment, whether it's a smoothing treatment, whether it's blow drying it out,
yeah,
I've actually shifted my opinion. Because back in the day,
color does nothing.
What's that?
Clear color does nothing.
Listen, Bernard Jr.
I used clear color on a client yesterday. I'm just messing with you.
I don't know why he is so anti-clear. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all.
No, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. It was all about the heavier the product, the better. So were you around for the Japanese permanent straightening, or was that before your hairdressing?
That had to be before me.
Okay. So you're
I remember like Brazilian blowout.
Everything with you is like the Brazilian blowouts, right?
Yeah, that's like the oldest thing I remember.
Okay. So then so then we'll just pick up right from there. The percentage of formaldehyde was so high that it was amazing, and it was really straightening and smoothing down everybody's hair.
It worked.
It worked. It really worked. Now you fast forward nowadays, the trends have kind of gone away from it because we just can't do it anymore. The percentage of formaldehyde in products now just are not strong enough to do it. And then you've got things like formaldehyde free. You've got things like vegan based smoothing. You've got things like botanical based smoothing. The technology has changed a lot.
So much.
And so it won't straighten your hair. And that's where the definition and the expectation kind of gets crazy, because everybody hears smoothing and they're automatically like, oh, is my hair going to be straight? It's like, no.
Nah, it's just going to be a little less frizzy.
It's going to be less frizzy. We're going to smooth that out, right?
Yeah.
But where it changed my opinion is because women with curly hair who want to have curly hair always have the fuzz going on. It can actually reduce all that fuzz and enhance that curl
tremendously too.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I love these smoothing treatments. I mean, I personally in my salon, I use the Chi Enviro. That's the one we go to. It's great. It doesn't, like you said, it doesn't make your hair straight. You're still going to have your hair, but I'm in way down south in the New Orleans area, 90% humidity all year round. So I think that's something like a Chi Enviro smoothing treatment or any of these smoothing treatments, I'm sure are very similar. I think every lady could use them because the second you style your hair, you walk outside it. here. So to just add one extra layer of protection from that, and also a good, easy, high dollar service that you can offer to your clients as well, it's a no-brainer to me. It's a no-brainer.
So then have you heard of people doing ginger treatments and coconut oil
Yeah,
treatments?
100%, 100%.
So
And
that's the
that's
botanical
more
equivalency to what
the
they're
more
doing.
botanical side of that, exactly. Not more botanical, the botanical side of that.
The botanical side, yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't personally experienced it. Have you?
I have experienced it, yeah. I'm not sold on the ginger treatments personally. The coconut oils are moisturizing, so I can see some validity to it. It's so heavy. It's so heavy in the hair. So I don't I'm not in love with it. The worst one I ever had to deal with, and I've told this story before. Uh, I was on stage and we got this, we pulled a stylist out of the crowd. This was a hairdresser, pulled her out of the crowd as a model. And I went to start flat ironing her hair, and I'm feeling her hair, Brennan, and it's heavy, it's thick, it's greasy as hell. And I'm going, what the hell is in your hair? She goes, oh, no, nothing. I didn't put anything in it today. And I missed the key word today.
Today.
I missed it. I totally missed the key word today.
Oh my goodness.
I hit her hair with a flat iron. When I tell you white smoke, not vapor, smoke.
You're burning something.
Oh my God. I'm going, what the hell? She goes, oh, it's just some olive oil I put in last week.
So you're frying her hair. You're literally frying her hair. Oh my goodness. Just last week's olive oil.
Last week, yeah. Last week. Yeah. So this girl been walking around with olive oil in her hair.
That's the more botanical, that's the natural side of things. I
don't know, man. So yeah, this is the craziness when it gets to botanicals sometimes.
I've seen coconut oil used in hair a lot. With girls I've been with in the past. And so like my ex had super thick, frizzy hair. It wasn't curly, it wasn't straight, it was wavy, super thick, wavy hair, super frizzy. And before we got together, because I got her on all the good stuff, she was doing coconut oil in her hair. And it helped the frizz, but it always looked so greasy. That was the problem. It wasn't super frizzy, but it never looked good, So it was like there's gives and takes. But
I think the hardest thing to deal with is finding out which direction you should go. And the problem is a lot of people follow the trends. They hear everybody else using this and raving about it. And the one girl got the thick, beautiful, shiny, glossy hair. She put the clear glaze on, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, how'd you do it?" And she's like, "Oh, I just woke up like this." And that's the beauty of it. You gotta see what the texture, density, and porosity of your hair is. You gotta figure out what type of hair you have. You gotta figure out what kind of scalp you have. Like I talk to girls all the time, and they're like, "Oh, I have combination skin, or I have this kind of dry. It's oily." There's like 5-7 different types of skin, and there's a moisturizer for each one. And I don't understand a damn thing I'm saying right now. But why can't you take that mentality from makeup and skincare and apply that to hair care?
Yeah, for real.
Pick and choose what you need is really what it comes down to.
That's a good point. Instead of following trends, break it down and pick and choose what you need. Like going back to what you said, the shampoo is for your scalp. The conditioner is for your hair. So they don't have to match. And that might not be the same. That might not be always true, because you might need a clarifying to wash out product out of the mid shaft to ends if you got some heavy buildup. But why can't why haven't we as a society taken a more systematic approach to hair health like we do with skin? That's very good question.
It's a very good question. Something to ponder.
Yeah, because hair is arguably more or at least just as important as skin when it comes to somebody's appearance. You know, we want pretty clear skin. We want pretty hair, whether that be smooth hair, curly hair. We just know we don't want it frizzy and we want it to look good, you know? So that's a good point. That's a great point.
That's what we're gonna leave off on then. We're gonna end on a high. We're gonna
end on a high note. Well, thank you guys for having me.
It's always a blast to have you. I think Bernard does it on purpose. He subs you in when it's a heavy topic.
Always the hard topics, yeah.
And I was out every time, man.
And I was just thinking about this morning. I've never done one with him. He always replaces himself with me.
Oh yeah, it's always been me and you.
Yeah, I
have more fun with you anyway, so that's I'm just gonna say it that way.
All right, well, go ahead and close us out.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. Brennan's been a blast. We'd love to have him on. You got to see him on, so you got to subscribe so you know when he's coming on. Give him the like. Don't give it to me. Thank you all for your comments. And we'll catch y'all next week.